Hi, I'm Claire Pommier, and I'm here to talk about the marriage equality movement. Marriage equality has received more and more media attention in recent times, and the possibility of same-gender couples being able to marry nationwide is becoming ever closer to a reality. However, the focus on marriage equality in recent times has come with a narrowing of perspectives on the LGBT rights movement. The idea of white upper-class gay couples being able to marry has become the main image of a community that includes bisexuals who are told their identities do not exist, trans people who are invalidated, assaulted, and denied access to medical care, and LGBT youth who are expelled from their homes and forced to live on the streets. The ongoing focus on marriage equality is simply the attitude that is the most comfortable for straight allies. It turns the LGBT movement into a dreamy, romanticized sort of ideal. Love is love. Why do those wacky homophobes not understand that? Which enables people to downplay the ongoing violent discrimination that occurs every day. It allows for a sense of an easily achievable goal. The possibility of marriage equality being legalized throughout the nation is on the horizon, and when it does go through, the LGBT community will have to face the storms of, gosh, don't you know homophobia is over? I mean, you guys can get married now. Stop complaining. Essentially, the focus on marriage equality makes everything easy. The mainstream attention to LGBT rights has completely bypassed the high suicide rate of transgender teenagers, the ongoing violence of gay conversion therapy, and the way lesbians and asexuals are subjected to sexual assault in order to turn them straight. All the major issues, the ones that would require a struggle against the homophobia and transphobia inherent in society, are overlooked in favor of a single goal that, while a sign of progress, will not make much of a change in the end. This is because straight people, when supporting marriage equality, can simply pat themselves on the back and tell themselves, wow, I support the gays getting married. What a good ally I am. They do not have to examine the homophobia and transphobia that society has ingrained in them. And the transphobia is especially a problem. When proponents of marriage equality call it a major step forward for LGBT rights, what they mean is mostly the G, also the L, sometimes the V, in between the constant mislabeling of bisexual people as confused. The T, representing transgender people, the most marginalized and stigmatized members of the LGBT community, is overlooked altogether. It's true that marriage equality is becoming legal in more and more states, and that this is a positive step forward. But this does not change the fact that trans women are seen as creepy cross-dressing men, are frequently used for jokes and shock value in mainstream comedy, and are subject to an expectation of being murdered on a daily basis. It does not change the fact that the genders of trans people are constantly invalidated with language such as, well, she decided to identify as a man, so we have to call her a man now, or he thinks he's a woman. It does not change the fact that the possibility that gender is not defined by bodily characteristics and is not limited to male and female is hardly ever discussed. No wonder a common and bitter refrain among the transgender community is, well, at least non-trans gay people can get married. The marriage equality movement has the additional downside of focusing excessively on white upper-class gay people. The most common images from the marriage equality movement are of conventionally attractive white people, usually men, sometimes women, getting married in a typical sumptuous affair with a cake and a grand reception. There is no attempt to deviate from or subvert the perceived societal norm, which means excluding people of color, poor people, and trans people. No one viewing these images is being made to challenge any basic assumptions about society, and this means missing the core of the movement for LGBT rights. Marriage equality, when it is finally legalized, will improve the lives of many people and help decrease societal stigma on same-gender couples. It will undoubtedly be a positive step forward, and we can be grateful for that. However, to assume that the inability to get married is the greatest and most important grievance of the LGBT community is to contribute to a harmful and erasing fallacy. If we wish to truly aid the advancement of LGBT rights, we must look past the glossy cover pictures of gay weddings and pay attention to the numerous other issues being overlooked. Only then will we be able to help the most vulnerable members of our society to address the fundamental untruths we may subscribe to without realizing it, and to make steps towards true equality. Thank you very much.
Wow.